He's the guy with the thinning hair, making things on YouTube from his chair, sitting at his workbench, grin so white, he might be there naked, close your eyes. Buckman's Model Mania with plastic.
Hey everybody, I will let you know right up front, I'm not naked. And Ken is here.
Good evening, everyone.
So, continuing on. Hey, look, it's Donnie. I'm late. I'm not late. You were late yesterday, Donnie, by like a whole minute. And I just...
Gordon's here.
Hey, Gordon. Our mail was extremely late today. The person driving the truck just dropped off a couple packages.
Stephen Haynes says, hi, Buck and Ken.
Hey, Stephen Haynes.
Of course,
and
we
Tim,
have
Tim's
Don.
here. Don's here.
Donnie, Tim.
Okay, let's try to have no more of that crinkly.
Isn't it nice now? You can just go bag by bag. You don't have a whole bunch of bags open.
Yes, it's nice that I have a set that is pretty much normal. Oh, look. He's such a little guy. He's such a little guy.
Does Lego actually make little figures that small?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Those are known as micro figures.
Oh, okay.
You know, you got your minifigs, you got you can no longer get the regular figures, you know, or the maxi figures, I guess you'd call them, the ones that they first released in like 73.
Yep.
And now these days you have micro figures. Micro figures for like in here, they're going to be used, I believe, for statues and stuff like that.
Tim says, describe a normal. The
ones that came with the head that were about 3/4 of an inch in diameter, and it actually pushed down into a 4x. The 4x4 block like this would have a hole in it for the head to push down in the stem from the head, and there'd be arms that would come off of it.
And Trent is here. He says, hey, Buck and Ken.
Hey, Trent. There we go. Let's go a little bit further there. That way nobody loses their mind when they see that I'm wearing goofy pajamas. Oh, no! Know what I mean? I wear goofy pajamas all the time, unless it's summer. In summer, I wear shorts. In winter, I wear pajamas.
That's gross!
Unless things like tomorrow where I have a dental appointment.
Then what?
Then I wear real clothes. And
well, that's good.
Yeah. Not too happy because I have a feeling they're going to replace a filling that has fallen out again, and they're going to charge me again full price because the insurance will repair a filling every 2 years. And they keep having this one fall out, and I'm like, I'm very close to just saying, why don't we just let the tooth rot until it falls out on its own, because you're not getting it repaired very well. So I heard something about this mythical place called Canada that you have trivia for.
Yeah, I do. That's one of the trivia categories tonight will be Canada. But, you know, some pretty simple questions.
Is Canada north or south of the United States?
Well, not quite that hard.
Oh, okay. So how have you been doing? I never ask you that, and I should.
Going through some changes here. I got some new medication I'm trying out. So unfortunately, it causes dizziness sometimes when standing, and it makes me a little drowsy at times. So there's times during the day where I'm sleeping a good chunk of the day away.
I can see that, dizziness sometimes when standing. I call that aging. And,
Yeah.
and I'm glad you mentioned meds, because I just went over and looked and I was like, oh, Tuesday meds, haven't taken them yet.
Yeah, no, these ones have a few side effects, headaches, that sort of stuff. None of the really bad ones you hear on TV, though.
Yeah. Oh, the ones I like are, in severe cases, death. I'm like, what?
Yeah, exactly. No, nothing like that. Jody's here. He's his, hey-oh.
I'm texting Andrea real quick back.
And Donnie's talking about you wearing goofy pajamas, saying, so a goof wearing goofy?
Yes, exactly. Always. That's what I do. Yay! No, it's kind of funny. I've actually gotten applause before. I was in drama in high school.
Hey, so was I.
Did you ever do Oklahoma?
No.
That was a fun play. So we did that one, and the other one we did was from Thornton Wilder, I think it was, The Skin of Our Teeth.
Okay, see, I never did musicals. We just did the regular plays.
Yeah, well, I didn't expect to do a musical, but when Mr. Kabatsnik, who was our drama teacher, when he said we were doing Oklahoma, I'm like, okay. And I tried out, and he said, okay, yeah. He not only gave me a role, he gave me a singing role.
Donnie says, that part you're holding looks like it should be in Cubert. It kind of does.
It should be. It's the mountainsides. But no, it was a lot of fun. Oklahoma was a lot of fun to do. So is Skin of Our Teeth. And it was funny because when we did Skin of Our Teeth, well, actually, I really didn't even have to try out for Oklahoma, because Mr. K had seen me in Skin of Our Teeth, and he liked my stage presence a lot. He was.
Yeah, see, I was never one of the main actors. I was always like a secondary role, or I'd play the bad guy, or that sort of thing.
Yeah. Well, in Skin of Our Teeth, which is basically was the story of man from. Yes, I have skin on my teeth.
You should brush them more.
But it was the story of man from the biblical beginning with Adam and Eve on through modern times. And I got a bit part. I was Homer, the blind poet. And we had this one girl who was very much goth, and that was very uncommon in the 80s. But she played the seer. And so everybody was told to walk across the stage, and she would say, she would have you do this or that. She would say something. And I played Homer, I didn't play Homer at that point. I played Homer later on. She said, when I walked across the stage, she said, avoid high places. And I'm like, I did this thing of, chewing my fingernails, and then, looked at the audience and snapped my fingers like, I got it, and did a pratfall flat on my face and crawled off stage. Tim says, don't sing. But it was funny, because from that, I ended up getting more and more. I started out with a bit part and ended up with more and more bit parts, to where I was no longer a minor character. I ended up being one of the main characters because of how many bit parts I had. And so Mr. K, when we did Oklahoma, picked me for Andrew Carnes, and he expected me to dance, and I was like, I don't think so. I can't dance.
Yeah, Oklahoma is not a big play we normally see here in Canada.
Yeah, well, that absolutely not. I mean, it's Rogers and Hammerstein, and it's a really state-centric play.
Right. And I'm sure it's been done in places in Canada, but yeah, it's just not one of the regulars. Some of the musicals we had are, Annie. What other ones? What's the one with we got trouble right here in River City?
Trouble with capital T, and that rhymes.
That
I
rhymes
know.
with P, and that stands for pool. Yes, sir. We got trouble.
I think that actually was a movie, and it is the one that has the bit, not Labyrinth, but has the bit, you remind me of a man with power of hoodoo.
Music Man. Thank you, Tim.
But it was, it was a lot of fun.
Donnie says Oklahoma state centric. I don't see it.
And well, what was funny was at the end, and I used to have it on videotape. I don't have it anymore. I wish I did, because Mr. Kabatsnik would say at the end, every night we did the play 3 nights, and at the end of the play, he'd come out after we all did our curtain calls. And oh, by the way, in Oklahoma, me and Tina Carello, who played Aunt Eller, we got the start of the standing ovation every night. But he came out and he's like, talking about it. And he's like, first thing he says, when George Lucas made Star Wars. And that got the audience just rolling, because that was the type of person he was. He was a very interesting person, and he was a very neat person to know because, well, first off, Kabatsnik, he was a Polish Jew, and he told us in the first class I had with him, he says, walks in, loud tie, loud shirt, pants that barely fit him, and says, "My name is Mr. Kabatsnik," and he was a loud guy. Yeah, they did, Tim. But he was a loud guy, and he said first thing he told every class was he didn't learn to talk until he was 4 or 5, and they thought initially that it was that he was a little bit slow, but the truth of the matter was he was trying to learn to pronounce his last name. But to just kind of, like I said he was a Polish Jew. What was funny was what really made him a very strange person was he was a Polish Jew who was now a Catholic.
A little bit of everything.
Oh yeah, well, and he, things we learned about him when we first got him, because we're in a little 2-bit school town of 3,000 people. No, it was on videotape. Yeah, 3,000 people, and it was funny because we got him from Bangladesh, I think is where they hired him from. That's where he was living at the time. He wanted to come to Alaska, so he came, found the job. And he was, I don't know what level, I know he had at least a master's in education from Harvard.
Well, a little overqualified probably for that job.
Oh, absolutely. But I will tell you right now, he is probably the greatest person I have ever known. I mean, he was phenomenal. And I miss him still, even though he's been gone for probably 30 years. So I'm going to shut up a little bit.
All right, then in that case, I'll start doing some trivia.
Yeah.
Oh, Trent says, I thought they were chiseling the video on stone.
Maybe.
All right.
Well, hold on. I personally knew Alley Oop.
Tonight's first category in trivia is 1970s music.
That's my jam, man.
All right. Question number 1, starting off easy. Do Ya Think I'm Sexy is a song by which British singer-songwriter? Do Ya Think I'm Sexy is a song by which British singer-songwriter?
That one guy. It was him.
It was him?
Yeah, it was that guy. I will give a hint. Andrea saw him in concert.
Ooh. Let's see here. We got Gordon saying Rod Stewart. Trent says Rod Stewart. Tim says Rod Stewart. Donnie says good old Rod. Jody says Austin Powers. No, it was his character in So I Married an Axe Murderer.
And I have to agree with the majority saying Rod Stewart.
Trent says Jody wins.
Jody always wins.
He's got a winning personality.
He does. You weren't there on earlier, I don't think, when I got in trouble on Keith's stream.
What'd you do?
Huh?
What did you do?
I was me.
Oh, okay.
That pretty much explains it, doesn't it? I have to explain further. I got in trouble with Mary and Helen. I think they're going to beat me to death come Wonderfest.
Well, maybe not to death, but
yeah.
Mary's Canadian, so it might just be a really stern talking to.
Yeah, yeah. And then she'll tell me she's sorry about it.
Yep. All right, question number 2. Oh, sorry, the answer, yes, was Rod Stewart. Question number 2. Hotel California is a top hit single by which band? Hotel California is a top hit single by which band?
And only because Donnie asked me not to sing do I not start singing. Love that song.
Jody says, Buck did nothing. Howard was trying to get Buck in trouble.
Howard did get Buck in trouble.
Trent says the Eagles. Donnie says Eagles. Tim says Eagles. Jody says the Bald Birds.
Could have been the Golden Birds. And I agree with them, by the way. Somebody said not for me not to sing.
Yeah, Donnie says, I didn't ask you not to sing, but I will now.
Hang on, let's see.
Gordon says Eagles. Yes, I'm starting off easy tonight before we get to the category of Canada.
Oh, it was Tim that said not to sing. Sorry, Donnie. Maybe Tim's short.
I don't know. Has anybody ever seen him?
No.
No.
Keith has. Funny thing about the Eagles, I sometimes have trivia that just pops out of my head. Had the opportunity to see the Eagles while I was in California, but we went to Sticks instead. The only reason I even knew that the Eagles were in town is because the guys from Styx mentioned that they were in town. And working on a military base, even as a civilian, it was rather nice because the base got free tickets. So
That's really nice.
Yeah, we went to see Styx for free.
Jody says Golden Birds was a great show. He said that's one of those songs that drive me nuts.
What, Hotel California?
But it's such a lovely place.
Oh, look. Flying keys.
Okay.
You have to... The Hogwarts Legacy video game, those keys are the bane of my existence because you've come across them in the castle. You have to follow them to this chest. And then you have to slap them at the right time to make them go into the keyhole in the chest. I usually end up slapping them into the chest and they just kind of smack up against there and like, ah.
Thanks, Donnie. You caught it. Donnie said, and such a lovely place, or such a lonely place. All right. So yes, it was the Eagles.
Yes. I like what Trent just said.
Jody, can you check out anything? You can check out anytime you like.
But you can never leave.
Yeah, that's right. Look, we're not singing.
Stop. And then more decorations.
Nice. In that case, here, Jody. So we know the answer was Eagles. We'll move on to the third question then. Question number 3. Staying alive and you should be a dancing are top hits for which Australian band? Staying alive and you should be a dancing or you should be dancing are top hits for which Australian band?
I did not realize that they were Australian. Okay.
Donnie says we were singing William Shatner style. Donnie says Bee Gees. Jen says Bee Gees. Timothy says Bee Gees.
I'm going to have to be different and say Brothers Gibb.
Gordon says Bee Gees. Jody says AC/DC. Well, they were Australian.
I liked the AC/DCs.
Yes, so do I. I don't always listen to AC/DC, but when I do, so do my neighbors.
3 miles down the road. There it is. Okay, that I had not noticed this before on the microfigs. Because they have faces and everything painted on them. This one does not. But if you turn them around, let me see if I can get the light to hit it. You see on his legs?
Yeah, so it's almost like it would be the back of his legs.
Yeah, it's like it's a minifig. It's got the little dots there.
Yeah.
That's kind of weird.
Well, that's really detailed.
It is. And the Chinese Lego has the detail on it. Who'd have thunk it?
Well, they're good at making copies, I guess.
I actually think that the real Legos get made in the same factory. They just take the little stamp off the top that stamps Lego on top of the bricks.
Jody says they're so wee.
Such a wee man. It's Wee Man.
Wee
That poor
Man.
guy. You know who Wee Man is, don't you?
The nemesis of
Have you ever
He-Man?
seen Jackass?
No,
Okay.
I had no interest in watching it. Sorry.
Well, in Jackass, there's this little bitty guy. He's probably about 3.5 feet tall. They call
I've
him
seen
Wee
the
Man.
I've seen the commercials and stuff for it.
Yeah, that's Wee Man.
Donnie says, and small too. All right, so the answer to question 3 was Bee Gees.
You mean I was wrong? It wasn't Brothers Gibb? Damn it.
Question number 4. Which song by Steelers Wheel featured in the film Reservoir Dogs? Which song by Steelers Wheel featured in the film Reservoir Dogs? These are all like songs that make you want to start singing along.
They are. They are. As soon as you said the group name, the song went doo-doo-doo in my head.
Yeah. Donnie says, yeah, I've seen you, Buck. Jody says, wedged in the center. Trent says, stuck in the middle with you. Wow.
No, he said stuck in the middle with OU.
Yep. Donnie says, stuck in the middle with you.
Yep. It's kind of funny because I have to, when I have the headphones on and I'm outside mowing the yard, I have to remember that I'm outside mowing the yard when that song comes on.
Gordon says, stuck in the middle with you.
Would not bode well for the neighbors to see me dancing around the yard.
Tim says, stuck in the middle with you.
Just like when Alice's Restaurant comes on. That's another one that could be bad. All 23 minutes of it. Have you heard Alice's Restaurant, haven't you?
Yes, I have. Yeah.
You know, they made a really bad movie of that song.
I did not know that.
Yeah. Well, I saw that they had made a movie, so I went and found it. I think I watched it on YouTube, and when I watched it, I watched most of it, but I'm like, this is just terrible.
So yes, the answer is stuck in the middle with you. And we're almost at the half-hour point.
Look at us go.
So the trivia is getting to be right on time. So this is question 5 for 1970s music. Which famous American rock band covered the Kinks song "You Really Got Me Now" in 1978? Which famous American rock band covered the Kinks song "You Really Got Me Now"? You Really Got Me in 1978.
That one. Yeah, that one. It was that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trent says Van Halen.
Not to be confused with Van Hagar.
Yeah, don't confuse those two. Donnie says, bad? Why? You can get anything you want at Alice's Restaurant.
No. If you're gonna say it, you have to say it right. You can get anything you want at Alice's Restaurant.
Donnie says Van Halen. Jody says yes.
No, I don't think it was yes.
Well, that's what he said, though. Gordon said Van Halen. Yeah, see, these 70s music questions, generally, a lot of people get these ones.
I know who wouldn't.
Yes, we do. Well, he might because he'll just copy off others.
Yeah, there is that. But I doubt he knows any of them on his own.
Tim said, "Oh Christ, Buck's singing."
You are welcome. Well, at least we don't let Keith sing on his stream.
Does he try?
No.
Oh, well, there you go. Tony says that was singing.
Maybe.
Although now that we're talking, what that makes me think of that part from Monty Python's Quest for the Holy Grail. The wedding part. The young guys, I want to sing.
I want to sing and dance. I want to sing and dance. I want to play a pirate and the pirates up and sorry. Sorry, it just slipped out. At first, I thought you. Hold on.
It's the yellow phone.
That's funny. Andrea said she thinks the dogs want to go outside, and I'm like, I'm streaming, babe. And she's like, oh, I didn't know you were gonna be streaming on. Oh wait, it's Tuesday.
Trent says it's for you. It's for you. It's the president.
Wait a minute. I put this on backwards. No. Oh, yeah, I did.
Tim says Keith couldn't carry a tune in a bucket.
Well, get him a better bucket.
Jody says, Buckman, it's me, Commissioner Gordon.
No, for Commissioner Gorgon, we need your help.
Yep. And we need your help.
Come on. There we go.
The penguins stolen all the penguins from the Gotham City Zoo.
I hate it when that happens. That's better. I put that big rock on backwards. Okay. I hate when I put the big rock on backwards.
Well, yeah. Then Cubert's going to fall off the thing.
Yeah, that's
won't
what
be
he
part
does.
Of the, part of the scene anymore.
When I would play Cubert, usually he would fall off.
Yeah. All right. So the answer was, of course, Van Halen.
Yep. Let's see. Big plastic rock made of plastic brick. Yes.
Yes. Donnie, this next category is for you. I know you asked for it a while ago, and I've run it a few times, but you always seem to miss out.
3D printing?
Yeah, no. The next category is science fiction.
Ooh. Well, you know, he's going to say for every answer, or for every question, he's going to answer Enterprise.
He's more than welcome to do that. All right. Question number 1. In what 1984 film did Peter Weller star as a physicist, neurosurgeon rock star who, along with his band of assistants, the Hong Kong Cavaliers, sets out to save the world from aliens? In what 1984 film did Peter Weller star as a physicist, neurosurgeon rock star who, along with his band of assistants, the Hong Kong Cavaliers, sets out to save the world from aliens. I need the full title of the film.
I love Jody's answer. What?
Jody says, that's not nice to say about Dwayne Johnson.
The funny thing is, when you were reading the question, I've seen this movie, I think, once, and didn't even watch the whole thing, but I think I knew the answer right off the bat. I was like, really?
So Trent's Buckaroo Banzai. Yeah, Jody's what? Donnie is saying The Adventures of Buckaroo Banzai. And I'm just kidding about needing the full.
Well, wasn't it Buckaroo Banzai and the Adventures Across the Seventh Dimension?
That's like a subtitle.
Yeah,
to it, but yes.
Well, see, and there's the sad part. You started reading the question. I think I've seen it one time, millions of years ago, and I had no idea that Peter Weller was in it. I thought only thing I remember him in is RoboCop. But I knew the answer. That's frightening.
Donnie says, you need to watch the whole movie, Buck. It's awesome.
That's what people said about Cowboy Bebop when they came out with that as a series, and I tried. I really tried. I couldn't. It hurt me.
The animated or the live action?
The live action.
Oh, okay.
It hurt me a little bit.
Did it?
Yes. But maybe just for Donnie, I'll have to watch it one time and suffer through, cry a lot.
I laughed. I cried. It became a part of me. Donnie says Cowboy Bebop live action was terrible.
Oh, okay.
Jody's Cowboy Bebop. What? It's not Star Trek, so Jody's not sure. I'm losing him. We're losing him here.
Oh, no. Don't lose him.
Yeah, so the answer was Adventures of Buckaroo Banzai. And, of course, Trent, you're right as well. Buckaroo Banzai. You knew what movie it was.
It was that movie about that guy and those other people.
And his band. The thing is, they wrote it like as if they're going to have sequels, but of course they never did.
Well, it's like, what was it? Remo Williams, The Adventure Begins. I'm still waiting for the second one of those.
I thought they did make a second one, but they were talking about a third that never materialized.
I didn't know they made a second one.
I could be wrong. It's quite possible I could be wrong.
That old Korean guy, his master, that was hilarious.
Yeah, there was the Remo Williams' Adventure Begins. And Remo Williams' The Prophecy, which was 3 years later.
Okay. Because, well, I think they expected it to be a huge series of movies because there's like I think there's over 100, come on, Destroyer novels, which is where Remo Williams came from.
And the actual title of the full movie here that we're talking about is The Adventures of Buckaroo Banzai Across the Eighth Dimension.
I was off one dimension.
It also had John Lithgow in it.
Really?
Yep. Jeff Goldblum was in it. Christopher Lloyd.
It's like there's a popular with the girls in the 80s group that got its name from a 1968, I think it was, movie. Barbarella.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Duran Duran got their name from that movie. I only know this.
Oh,
Pardon?
go ahead. Go ahead.
I only know this because my ex-wife was a Duran Duran nut.
Jody says, you would think watching stuff on YouTube for 15 years, I would at least have heard of these at some point. He said, I still know about all the things I've never seen, but not those.
That happens.
It does. All right. Question number 2 in science fiction. Steven Spielberg wrote and directed this 1977 classic starring Richard Dreyfuss and Terry Garr. It has great special effects and aliens visiting Earth. Name the movie. Steven Spielberg wrote and directed this 1977 classic starring Richard Dreyfuss and Terry Garr. It had a great special effects and aliens visiting Earth. Name the movie. Trent says Close Encounters of the Third Kind. Tim says Close Encounters. Donnie says Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
I have trivia about that movie.
Mashed potatoes.
Yes, that too. No, I have other trivia than that.
Oh,
and remember the line. Next time, try sculpture.
Jody said Closed Encounter at the Third Line.
Yes.
Closed Counter at the Third Line, yeah.
I've mentioned this. Actually, I've mentioned the trivia that I have before on streams.
You have.
You know what I'm talking about, don't you?
Yep. Donnie says there's an R2-D2 on the mothership.
Don't know about that for sure. I think there are, though. I think ET's in there somewhere.
Now, was it the Close Encounter ship or was it ET ship where he thought it looked better upside down?
It was Close Encounters when they had the crane bringing it up over Devil's Mountain or whatever that thing is called. The wind caught the mothership and flipped it upside down. And they were like, that looks cool, the way it comes up over there. That's why it comes up over the mountain and then turns over to land. I first heard about that back in the 70s.
So yes, the movie is Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
Do you know what the Close Encounters, what the Close Encounter ratings are?
Oh, go ahead and tell us.
So there's Close Encounters of the First Kind are a sighting. Close Encounters of the Second Kind are evidence, burns on the ground, whatever. Close Encounters of the Third Kind is contact. And for Close Encounters of the Fourth Kind is kind of creepy because it's possession.
At least it's not their breeding program.
Yeah. There's one. Where's the other one? There it is. I grew up in the 70s when the alien thing really, really started to get big. No. Because, well, most people don't realize that Roswell in the early 70s, nobody cared about Roswell.
Nope. All right. Question number 3. Robin Williams gave a fine performance as a robot who evolves over a period of 200 years into a human being. What is the name of this 1999 release? Robin Williams gave a fine performance as a robot who evolves over a period of 200 years into a human being. What is the name of this 1999 release?
And who wrote it?
Nope. Not going to ask that.
But I know.
Donnie says, Bicentennial Man.
I read that. Well, I never read it, but I knew the story many, many moons ago. Might have been 200 years ago.
Trent says Bicentennial Man. And Tony says, I wrote it.
He's right.
Do you mean I wrote it? No.
He is right, though. He also wrote the series that I am trying to watch through. I've given it another chance, and I've been watching it, and it's pretty good. It's just gotten busy with other things. I think you were watching it.
Maybe.
Foundation.
I don't know.
I could have sworn one time when I mentioned it, you said that you had been watching it and it was pretty good. I could be mistaken.
Donnie says, which series?
Foundation.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember.
I know that whoever it was, I was asking them questions about it, you know, basically giving myself spoilers because I read the books. And apparently the current season is where they meet up with one of the characters that are one of the a big character in the book.
No, I'm going to have to. Foundation.
I believe it is on Apple.
2021 series?
Might be, probably. Believe it is on Apple Plus.
Yeah. Foundation. Maybe I have seen it. I've seen so many things.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, this is looking familiar. Okay. Donnie says, is it on Netflix?
No, it's on Apple Plus. I am I lost my track. Murderbot. Need a new season of that.
Yes.
I blame you for getting me involved with Murderbot.
I'm also waiting for the next season of From. How about you, Donnie? You waiting for the next season of From?
I have not seen From.
Oh, good series.
Is there some? Are you saying there's something else I need to watch?
I would recommend From. I'm sure Donnie would too. It's filmed in Canada.
Well, I was going to say it ties in with where everything always is over there.
But it takes place like supposedly in the States somewhere. Donnie says, I can't wait to see the next season of From. Yeah, what are they on season? They've completed 3 seasons already. So you would have a little bit of watching ahead of you if you decided to watch it there, Buck.
Well, and see, that's the thing is I usually try and watch something that's got 2 or 3 seasons out. When you hooked me up with Murderbot, I watched it and I got to the end. I'm like, only 1 season? Why?
Yep. Donnie says that show just keeps getting better. All right, next question. Or the answer was yes, Bicentennial Man. Next question. In 2035, James Cole volunteers to go back to 1996 in order to gather information about a deadly virus which not only killed off most of humanity, the human race, but also means humans must live underground. He's mistakenly sent back to 1990 and ends up in a mental institution where he meets 2 people vital to the story, a fellow inmate and a psychiatrist. Which 1990 film directed by Terry Gilliam and starring Bruce Willis and Brad Pitt am I talking about?
I know
In
that one.
2035, James Cole volunteers to go back to 1996 in order to gather information about a deadly virus which not only killed off most of the human race, but also means humans must live underground. He is mistakenly sent back to 1990 and ends up in a mental institution where he meets 2 people vital to the story, a fellow inmate and psychiatrist. Which 1995 film directed by Terry Gilliam and starring Bruce Willis and Brad Pitt am I talking about? There should be a whole bunch of answers. Yes, by the time we finish reading that. That's a long question.
Well,
so Howard's here. Hey, Howard.
Hey, Howard. What I'm curious about is what year was he supposed to go back to?
1996.
Okay. I was gonna.
He went back to 1990.
Well, I was thinking if he was supposed to go back to 2019, wouldn't that be just really freaky?
Yeah, no. Howard says the season of Who, What, Where is next, right? We were talking about the series From. So Howard says 12 monkeys. Trent says 13 monkeys. Donnie says 13 monkeys. Trent says 12. Jody says 14 ghosts.
I say spank the monkey.
Well, that's your decision.
I need to bring him in from the car one time just to show everybody.
Your trunk monkey?
No, I wish I had a trunk monkey, by the way. But no, my monkey that is in the car that's been with me everywhere in the world, his name is Spank. I love the trunk monkey videos, though. Those are so cool. Everybody needs a trunk monkey. They showed those videos to us in the First Sergeant Academy and said that the first sergeant is basically the enlisted trunk monkey.
Yes, so the answer is 12 monkeys.
Jeez. Yes, you do, Donnie. You know you want to.
Jody said, I had a pet rock named Caspar. Tim's heading off to bed. He says, good night, guys. You have a good night, Tim.
Good night, Tim. So, do you get Jody's reference?
No.
He was rocking the Caspar.
Yes, thank you. Thank you.
Mental retardation.
Let's see here. Ooh, we got some movement here. Howard said, how did you get the name Spank? Did you spank your wife a lot?
No. No.
Stephen Haynes is saying hi to
He
Howard. People are
got
saying
the
good night
name.
to Tim.
He
Go
got
ahead.
the name because when she first sent him with me, because he didn't go with me everywhere initially, but she sent him to me in Korea, and that's when I named him Spank. Year-long tour in Korea, all by my lonesomeness.
Howard said, I actually have not seen it, though I just remember it from previews. I guess he's talking about 12 Monkeys. Jody says he was Caspar the Rock.
Yes, he was rocking the Caspar. Why are you not? Okay, this one went in there like it was meant to. This one is misbehaving.
All right. Final question in science fiction. One of the first science fiction films to be taken seriously by critics and moviegoers alike. This 1968 movie was made by Stanley Kubrick. Which film is this? One of the first science fiction films to be taken seriously by critics and moviegoers alike. This 1968 movie was made by Stanley Kubrick. Which film is this? Yeah, it was a question I could switch back before
Before answers started pouring in.
streaming in. Yeah. Howard says aliens. Jody says 2001: A Space Odyssey. Donnie says 2001: A Space Odyssey. Trent says 2001: A Space Odyssey. Although Aliens was one of my favorite movies growing up. Which is directed by James Cameron.
You said 1968. Who was the director?
Stanley Kubrick.
I have two in mind.
Jody says I couldn't think of anything stupid, so I gave a real answer.
My cuckoo clock is 2 minutes fast.
It's cuckoo.
Yep. For Cocoa Puffs.
So what are your two answers, Buck?
Well, one of them, I can see it being 2001.
Uh-huh.
But the one that came to mind for me was Dr. Strangelove, or How I Learned to Love the Bomb.
Okay. Howard said I wanted it to be Aliens. Yeah, but that was 1985.
No, Alien was 19...
Nope, he said Aliens.
Oh, okay. He wanted it to have something to do with Alec.
So yes, the answer is 2001: A Space Odyssey.
That is a very weird movie.
Yes, Doctor Strangelove, not really science fiction. So it wouldn't really be under my category for science fiction.
Okay. That makes sense.
But still a classic movie.
Yeah.
And Donnie says Doctor Strangelove was 1964. Thanks, Donnie.
I
didn't know the year of that.
One of the oddest things in that movie is Slim Pickens riding that bomb.
At the end, waving his cowboy hat. Yee-haw!
Yep.
Jody says Barbarella.
That's where Duran Duran got their name.
Wait a minute. Ever had deja vu? Ever have deja vu?
Bouchardais.
Let's see here. Howard says, F Alec, I wanted Weaver.
You do know what Vujade is, right?
What's that?
That was a term that George Carlin invented that somehow, some way, none of this has ever happened before.
Oh,
I miss George Carlin. He was hilarious.
it's now an hour into your stream here. It's 9 o'clock at my time or 10 o'clock your time.
Yep. No, it's 9 o'clock my time.
Oh, you're the same time as me. That's right.
Yes. I'm in the best time zone. And so are you.
Well, apparently.
I'm not in that odd time zone like Howard.
He's a future person. He's in the future.
He is.
So is Jody. Jody's in the future.
My question is, though, is their future so bright that they have to wear shades?
That's a good question. Probably not yet. They're not that far in the future.
There is that.
You know, people in Australia, yeah, because it would be daytime there now.
Yes.
Donnie's heading off to bed.
Good night, Mr. Donnie.
Thanks for sticking around for the sci-fi questions, Donnie. I appreciate it. You have a good night. And Jody says, you guys are living in the past, man.
Yep. That's
yeah, but wouldn't you like to live in the past too, Jody?
Yep.
When times were simpler. Like an hour ago.
Times were simpler and the music was cooler.
Jody said, get with the times. Howard says, oh, the little guy has to go to bed now. Bye, little guy. You trying to say he's all tuckered out? Yeah, you're welcome, Donnie. That's seems to be in your wheelhouse, the sci-fi questions.
Actually, I knew it surprised me how many of them were just like bing.
Yep. All right. Next category is Canada. Now, I tried to keep most of these pretty easy, or at least what I would think you guys would be able to answer. Maybe one in here you may not be able to. All right. Question number 1. What is the name of the question number 1 is, what is the name of the Canadian filmmaker known for movies like The Fly and The Dead Zone? What is the name of the Canadian filmmaker known for movies like The Fly and The Dead Zone?
My immediate thought was, but Stephen King's not Canadian.
But he's also a writer, not a filmmaker.
There is that.
Yes. Howard says, they are north of me. Jody says, Donnie just wanted to get out of here before the Canada questions.
Could be.
Trent says, live in the now, man. Jody says, Cronenberg, David Cronenberg.
I can go with that. I don't know. I'm honest. I does not know.
No?
No.
But you're familiar with the movie The Fly?
And The Dead Zone.
Okay. Howard says, wait, what was the question? The question, Howard, was what is the name of the Canadian filmmaker known for movies like The Fly and The Dead Zone?
Oh, look, you scared Trent away, too.
Now, Trent's running away now, too. You're going to be down to one viewer here in a minute.
Just Howard.
It's just, oh, no, I was going to say it's just Jody.
Yeah, Jody, too.
You have a good night, Trent.
Good night, Trent.
You be the director, Howard.
Oh,
filmmaker. Trent says, come on. Jody says, come on, Trent, don't give up.
There it is. At first, I did not see this part, but then I did.
So I'm assuming that checkered area is like the chessboard.
Yes. Yeah, this would be the chessboard from, was it the second movie? Or it might have been, actually, I think it was the first movie where they had to play chess. And Ron was the knight. And the queen took his ass out. I saw it recently. That has to be Sorcerer's Stone because that's the one I watched recently.
Okay. Yeah, I think I've seen the first 2 or 3 movies, and that was kind of it.
Yeah.
Howard said, okay, David Cronenberg, because there was another guy who helped write The Fly.
Brundlefly.
There was also like a 1950s, I think, movie.
Yes. The original one.
Yep. Not as gory.
No. Well,
David Cronenberg is more into like body horror and stuff too.
well, the original, The Fly, it wasn't as gory until the end when you got the guy with the fly's head going, "Help me!"
Yes. When he's caught in a spider web. Yep.
Yes.
Howard says, that's okay. After Buck, I got done talking with me. I built a whole Lego set and spent 2 hours cleaning. And then he says, yes, Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, and Ron played the knight.
Yes, Ron played the knight and got his ass waxed by the queen.
So yes, the answer is David Cronenberg. See, I didn't think that would be the difficult one. I thought it would be hard, but not impossibly so.
It wasn't. Howard knew.
Well, he figured it out, yes.
Howard's kind of, over the last couple of years, let down his guard because he used to have try and convince us that he wasn't very smart. But we know better now.
Oh, we know much better. I've been meaning to ask you, Jody, how you been doing with airbrushing now? Like watching you do your electronics now and soldering, I see you're doing like really good compared to when you first started and you were having issues. So how's it going with the airbrushing? Wait and see if we get an answer. Take my bedtime medication.
Not bedtime medication.
Yeah, takes a while to kick in.
Yep. I think Andrea's on the same stuff.
I got a couple different ones.
Yeah. Well,
Jody says it's fine. I haven't painted anything for a bit.
Yes. Saw that, so I stopped for a minute. I don't have medication, but I do have my CPAP. And it's terrible because if something goes wrong with my CPAP, like my sinuses will get disturbed. There are times I get about 3 hours of sleep.
Ooh. You need a Navage to clean your nostrils out.
Yeah, well, actually, the doc prescribed me some stuff to Because it's allergies is what it is.
Yeah.
And it clears out my nose really well when I use it. But I don't feel the need to use it all the time, so I don't.
Okay.
Because I'm a dumbass.
So anyway, Jody says, I don't think you're a dumbass. Jody says, it's fine I haven't painted anything for a bit. Okay. And Howard says, I am not smart. Well, you're educated then. You're knowledgeable. You have lots of knowledge.
You know things about things that we don't know about.
Yeah, and you know things, especially compared to like young people these days. They're not smart. All right. Question number 2 in Canada. The National Sports Act of Canada granted 2 different sports as the official sports of Canada. One is unsurprisingly hockey. What is the other?
I think
the National Sports Act of Canada granted 2 different sports as the official sports of Canada. One is unsurprisingly hockey. What is the other?
Long distance basket weaving?
Jody says curling.
That's what I was thinking, actually.
Well, I'll give you guys a hint. One is a winter sport, which is hockey, and one is more of a summer sport.
Really?
Yep. The 2 official sports of Canada. Howard says you need a good pile of fresh cow shit to clear those nose holes out.
No tanks.
Jody says possibly lacrosse, but I'm thinking curling.
I could go with lacrosse. I was thinking curling too, but that's a winter sport. Oh no,
yes,
I ran
hockey's
out
the
of
winter
book
sport.
3. Pardon?
Yes, hockey is our winter sport.
I ran out of book 3.
Oh, wow.
Now we're into book 4.
Howard says, I'm just a dumb farmer. No, I don't think so, Howard. I'm not buying it. Howard says curling.
Down, Howard.
Jody says lacrosse because it was created by the indigenous people.
That would make sense.
You ever watched lacrosse being played?
I have not.
Ooh. Check out some clips on YouTube sometime.
Isn't it one of those ones that when they hurl the ball, if it hits you, you die?
Or you want to.
Yeah.
Howard says, Jody is cheating. He's Canadian. Jody says, yes, it's rigged. Howard says, Jody did not say curling. I did. Stop confusing me with other people. Actually, Jody did say curling first. Then Howard said curling. Did your sound go off, Buck? I guess you just muted yourself because you're opening bags? Yeah, okay.
I decided you guys didn't need to hear the chip bags. Because I know they are annoying. They're almost as annoying as dragging these pieces across a plastic box.
No problem, Howard. Jody says, I was wrong at first. It's lacrosse. Lacrosse, Wisconsin?
I've been there.
You ever seen the videos from there? There's like a whole bunch of police videos out of there. There's a whole series.
Well, I had a recruiter actually there with my recruiting squadron. Wisconsin was a very interesting place to live, don't you know?
Donnie says, or sorry, Donnie. I
Donnie.
just see the forest and I start thinking D. I'm thinking Donnie. No, it's Howard says, I'm crossing the bridge to the other side. Jody says, the sport consists of 12 stations. So, yes, the answer is, lacrosse.
Interesting.
The next three questions, I think, are quite easy.
How do you spell Canada?
No.
Oh, okay. How'd you try?
Okay.
How do you spell Canada without a vowel?
You don't?
Exactly.
Okay, the next question. What sweet Canadian actor and comedian rose to fame as a member of the Toronto branch of the Second City, starred in major movies like Uncle Buck, and died of a heart attack in Mexico at age 43? What sweet Canadian actor and comedian rose to fame as a member of the Toronto branch of Second City and starred in major movies like Uncle Buck, and died of a heart attack in Mexico at age 43?
Yep, that guy. Look, the Chamber of Secrets has been opened. Enemies of the air, beware.
Beware. Jody says John Candy.
Yep, I
Yes,
agree.
he's sweet.
Yes, he is.
Candy's sweet.
And when the movie Uncle Buck came out, of course, you know what everybody called me.
Uncle Buck.
Of course. Everybody.
Now that made me think of the movie The Professional, or Leon the Professional. Get everybody. Well, who do you want me to get? Everyone.
Everybody wants to be a cat. Oh, sorry.
So no other guesses as to the answer? Howard says Barf. That is a character this actor played.
Yes. Barf. Barf.
What is the actor's name, Howard? Yeah, so I figured this one was kind of an easier question.
Yep.
I think he died during the filming of Wagons East.
Did he?
Yeah.
He was one of many that we lost way too soon.
Yeah, for what did I say he was? 43? 46?
Yeah. 43.
Yeah. So yes, the answer was John Candy.
Him, John Belushi. And unfortunately, a lot of the reason we lost them was because they got fame and fortune and then did stupid things.
Yeah, a lot of times that's the case.
Where are you? Let me see. So I need one of those, two of those, and one of those. I do have to say, well, the towel keeps the things quiet.
It does.
It's
So what are you building right now? What part?
looks like probably, hang on, let's rotate this over here. probably, best guess, because of the sticker I just put on, this is going to be the entryway to the Chamber of Secrets. I almost
Okay.
killed the cat.
Jody says, I don't need fame and fortune to do stupid things.
Yeah, but I don't think you do the stupid things they did.
The pressure to perform
Yeah.
can get to you. Plus, a lot of the stupid things they did were like a lot of drugs that were, all the rage.
Yep.
Back in those days. Still are today, but not as big, I guess, unless you're in those circles.
A lot of them are not as popular because they killed the people that they did.
Yes. Jody says, not those stupid things. No, more on the level of opening your paint pots with Knipex pliers.
Yeah.
That level of stupid.
Okay. So it was these instead that I was looking for. So now, you know what? Yep. There we go. If I was looking for the right ones, this would be easy. Because I was supposed to be looking for these, and I was looking for these instead. And I was looking for these when I was supposed to be looking for these.
That can kind of confuse you, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Howard says, they don't die of drugs these days. It's cancer and family stabbing.
Yeah, there is that.
Jody says, Ed Zachary.
I know Ed Zachary.
Ed Zachary.
Do you know Ed Zachary?
I know exactly who he is. All right. Next question. This should be super easy. Barely an inconvenience. Question number 4. Michael J. Fox was born on June 9th, 1961 in Edmonton, Alberta. He played ultra-conservative youth Alex P. Keaton in which family sitcom? Michael J. Fox was born on June 9th, 1961 in Edmonton, Alberta. He played ultra-conservative youth Alex P. Keaton in which family sitcom? Jody says, family tie.
I was going to say, was he tied up in the family? So I'm looking for one of the little yellow ones that just dropped. Yay! Well, I know where it goes. Let me take a look real quick. I don't have one.
Or it says Golden Girls.
Yes, it was. Now, the funny thing about, oops, put that on the wrong way. Funny thing about Michael J. Fox is when he was making Back to the Future,
he was also filming, Family Ties.
Yep. And
getting almost no sleep in between.
It was one of these things of you can sleep with when you're dead really meant something to him.
So yes, the answer is Family Ties. Jody is cleaning up this category, I tell you.
Who gave him the sponge? So this one here we're going to put back here, and if I find that little yellow one, I will put it on because I just dropped it, and I'm not going to spend half the night looking for a little yellow piece. And I don't have one handy.
What's it supposed to look like?
It's a little yellow one that's on the top there?
Oh, the yellow flame.
Yes. I just dropped it. I like a dumbass.
Jody says the dad on that show was gross. Yes, he was. And he was he was great in all the Tremors movies. Playing a completely different style character than he did on Family Ties.
Yes. Well, he was not as bad as what is it? Married with Children.
Al Bundy.
Yeah, good old Al. Flops yourself down on the sofa with your hands in your pants.
Wasn't it just one hand? The other hand on the remote?
Yes. It was just one hand, but still. And it wasn't even down his pants. It was just down the front of his pants.
He never wanted to have sex with Peg.
Poor Peg. Poor Peg.
Jody says Buck misunderstood.
What did I stand under? Or was that his last name?
Gross?
Yes.
Yeah, Michael Gross.
Oh, there we go. See? I'm not a smart man.
Michael Gross. Yeah. You know, the parents, you know, of Alex P. Keaton were like, you know, formerly had been hippies and, you know, peace and all that kind of stuff. And then, you know, there he is in Tremors, gun-loving, you know.
Yep.
He's got a big gun nut.
Tremors was such a fun movie.
Jody says Al Bundy was an idiot. Peg would have been walking funny for a week at a time.
Yep.
Howard
I like
says,
Howard's comment.
so you're saying the Brady Bunch kids were not his kids?
The Bundy kids.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, the Bundy kids were not his kids.
Wasn't, if I'm not mistaken, I don't think they ever changed his name or how they put it, how they said it. But his was another name that was unfortunate in its timing.
Bud?
No, Bundy.
Oh, Bundy? Oh, yeah.
Because around that time, isn't that when they caught Ted Bundy?
You know, I don't know.
I think it was. It's just like Greatest American Hero. Mr. Hinckley became Mr. H.
Yeah.
Just all of a sudden, like one day.
All right, final question. In Canada trivia, the question is, what is Canada's national animal? What is Canada's national animal?
That's a good question.
Jody says beaver.
Beaver?
Howard says, well, if I had been pegging Peg, they might have had 5 kids. And then woman's crotch.
Well, you know what the cleanest dirty statement ever said on TV is, Ward, you were a little hard on the beaver last night. You have seen Leave It to Beaver, right?
No, not really. Not really a Canadian show. Because it's old enough that, you know, and it really never really aired in Canada. Like I've seen, I think, a couple snippets of, you know, the show, but yeah, not in general.
Yeah, well, Ward would be Beaver's dad.
Yep.
And he said it to his wife, June Cleaver. Beaver Cleaver.
So it would have been funnier if she would have said it.
Oh, she did. That's exactly it. Is that she said to him, Ward, you were a little hard on the beaver last night.
Okay.
Because Beaver had gotten in trouble. And I think I saw that episode, actually.
Oh, I think I saw that yellow one.
No, the yellow one, it's on the floor.
The flame one? Okay.
Yeah. That's the thing, is I had stuck them together. When I took them apart, I dropped one, and it went down to the floor. And I'm not going to sit here and with where it goes, I'm not going to spend a bunch of time looking for it because, you know, it's right there. It's very obvious where it belongs. But I appreciate the looking out there.
Howard said, Ward worked for John Deere if you didn't know it, Buck.
I did not know that Ward worked for John Deere.
So yes, the answer is a beaver. It's Canada's national animal.
That's kind of cool. And it's also the state animal of Oregon.
Oh, there you go.
Yep. I grew some in Oregon. Oops. That was brilliant. I put that on backwards, but I'll just take the part out that needs to be reversed. There we go.
All right.
Oregon.
Tonight's final category is science. And I know Jody likes his science questions.
I usually do too.
I think you'll get the first one. I'll give it a minute or so here before I start asking.
There's an idea. You want to
Howard says, I'll find it for you.
You want to screw with the audience? Give them the answers and not the questions.
Jeopardy style.
Do, 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 do. The question is, what is the answer to the question that Ken was going to ask? I do have to say,
oh no!
Started working on the, well, not started, but I was working on the Constitution today. And I was like, it was so nice working with wood. I think I need to get back into the wood models a little bit more.
Well, my goal is to start working on that a Viking ship Howard gave me on Wednesday tomorrow. So
that is a very cool ship.
Yeah. Okay, science. Question number 1. What is the scientific study of weather called? What is the scientific study of weather called? I think that's a fairly easy question.
Yep. It took me, Alec finished dinner. If you had not asked the question or until you asked the question, I could have told you it. As soon as you asked the question, the word left my brain. But it came back to visit.
I'm not saying it's space aliens, right? But it goes without saying it's fucking space aliens.
Exactly.
Alex says, hey guys, just finished my dinner. He says meteorology. Joey says meteorology.
Shouldn't that be the study of things falling out of the sky?
Howard says, my knee hurts when the weather changes. That's it. It's like globophobia. Fear of balloons. You figure it'd be fear of globes, but it's not.
Well, there's like agoraphobia, fear of partworks.
That's not a quick question, Alec. Alex says, also, quick question of my own. What do you guys do with completed kits when you're running out of space in your home for completed kits? Kind of don't want to just throw them away.
Buy more shelves.
Yeah, buy more shelves. Put them into storage. Sell them. Give them away. Whatever. I mean, you're talking to people who are much older than you and have their own whole house they could put stuff in.
Yep.
In basements or attics. Or attics a bad place though, because attics can get pretty hot and then things warp, like plastic kits and stuff. Jody says fear of globes.
I would buy more shelves, which I did. I just need to get back up there. Well, we are having a dumpster delivered tomorrow so that we can finally clear out everything in the garage again.
Yeah. Alec, as far as it goes for me, I've given away models is usually what I end up doing.
Once we get the garage cleared out again this time, we shouldn't be getting anything, that much accumulation out there. So it's going to be an interesting day tomorrow. I have a bunch of stuff to get rid of.
Stuff and things?
Stuff and things.
Wow.
And one of the things that we have to get rid of is the old stove.
Did you say the old stove or old soap?
Old stove. We have a countertop, a stove that's set into the counter.
At first I was like, I think he said soap, but maybe he said stove. Like, how much old soap do you have?
A lot.
Apparently.
What's funny is, that alien clip played, both my hands were completely visible, and he's blaming it on me.
Yes, he did.
That's funny. He's not saying it's space aliens, but it is space aliens. Okay, Kat, you need to move over here. So I can turn this around and still have it on screen.
So the answer was meteorology.
Yes, the study of meteors.
Yes, the study of weather.
Well, kind of after I said it, I said, well, that kind of is the truth. The study of things that fall out of the sky.
Question 2. What space probe reached the outer solar system? What space probe reached the outer solar system? Oh, you're not an alien? Okay.
That's what he thinks.
Alex says Voyager.
Which one?
It's a good question. Jody says V'ger 2. Alex says 2.
Parrot. And it's reached more than just the outer solar system, at least in my mind.
Let's see. Howard says Rolf Cramden's wife, Alice.
To the moon, Alice. To the moon.
Joking about spousal abuse. So funny back then.
It was.
Jody said, no, she only made it to the moon.
And the bad part was, for spousal abuse to actually come front and center of everybody's mind, it took, I don't know, did you ever see the made-for-TV movie, The Burning Bed?
I've heard of it.
Yeah. An abused woman finally got fed up with her husband's abuse, and while he slept, poured gas on him and set him on fire.
Mm-hmm.
In the 70s. Not in the 80s and the 90s when shit was getting really weird, but in the 70s where things were still old-fashioned.
No, I think it was the 80s was the cutting off of the tallywhacker and driving it on the road and throwing it in the field.
And they found it.
And reconnected it so that he could so he could perform in adult movies.
Yes.
Howard says she went to the moon so many times she might as well have been out of the solar system. Jody says, "Atta girl."
I like what Howard said.
Alec, I built a building and it's still not big enough. Alex says, doesn't it take about an entire day or so for us to even get or send information between Voyager 2? And he said, and it also has the golden disc with Da Vinci's anatomy of the human body on it, if I'm correct.
Yes. And Voyager 2 is within, the next month or so. Yes, it will be a light day away.
And actually, Voyager 2 is not the answer.
It's Voyager 1, isn't it?
Yes, it is Voyager 1.
I thought initially Voyager 1, but then I know that they did some weird stuff with them where 1 got further away than 2 and, back and forth.
V'ger.
And amazingly, it's built with 70s technology.
Yes. Alex says, doesn't it take... Oh, yes, I read that one. For the 2 of ye, Howard. All right, next question. What is a scientist who studies dinosaurs called? What is a scientist who studies dinosaurs called?
A guy with a brush?
Yeah, possibly. I don't know. You go ask that guy with the brush.
Yeah.
Alex says paleontologist. Jody says paleontologist.
Buck says paleontologist.
Howard says bedroom golf.
Yes.
He hasn't answered yet, but
Don says Seth MacFarlane.
Yeah.
We know all the answers.
Oh, for the two of us, Howard. Okay, yeah. Alec was trying to make a Western joke about Howard saying that the building isn't big enough for the two of us. Yeah. I got it.
Well, he said for the two of ye.
Yeah. Jody says, "Way to go, Alec," and then gives him a thumbs up.
Oh, look. This is the ultimate sticker of the ultimate question of life, the universe, and everything. It's sticker number 42.
Alex says, "I was, and in a way, still am a huge Dino nerd." He relates Dino from the Flintstones.
Yes, a purple dog dinosaur.
Yabba-dabba-doo. Simpson, Homer Simpson. He's about to drive into, no, he's about to hit a walnut tree. Ah!
1, 2, 3.
Jody says, thine construct be not adequate to contain the two of ye.
Ah, I see. So
We got about 15 minutes left.
Yep. So Jody's basically saying you're going to need a bigger building.
Apparently. Alex says, "No, Ken, I meant the real life dinosaurs, not the purples."
How do you know that Dino
Purple
wasn't a real life
sauropod.
dinosaur?
No, I know what you meant, Alec.
I think Dino was a real life dinosaur.
Dino was a dinosaur from our imagination. Oh, wait, that's Barney. Was a purple dinosaur, too.
Yes, he was.
All right, science question. Number 4. Which planet is nicknamed the Morning Star or Evening Star? What planet is nicknamed the Morning Star or Evening Star? No, Barney.
Well, you know, there's the old song. I hate you, you hate me. We're a dysfunctional family. And a shot rang out and Barney hit the floor. No more goddamn purple dinosaur.
Jody says, "What do you call a dinosaur after a hard workout?" He goes, "A sauropod." Answers. Jody says Venus. Alex says Neptune. Howard says Alex planet.
No, it's Venus.
Let's see. Howard says, once there was a girl who swore that one day she would be a figure. Oh yeah, this would be a figure skater. And when she finally made it, she saw some other girl who was better, and so she hired some guy to club her knee. Yeah, the Weird Al.
Yep. I was going to say he's quoting Weird Al.
Yep.
Once there was a girl. Headline news. I like that song.
That kid who got caned, he had it coming.
Yes, he did. See if I can keep from dropping either of these clear ones. Yay, I did it. And
You did a thing.
what's funny is I got them all three pulled apart, and then the first thing I have to do is put two of them back together.
Oh, of course.
I'm such a loser.
So the answer is Venus.
Yep. Depending on the where we're at in the orbit, because it's the morning star sometimes and the evening star other times.
Alec and Howard are talking about Alec being from Earth. Howard says, if we cut off his long hair, we might know if he's who man.
Yes. Human. Just don't touch his ears. That's just
I cut hair. I could cut your hair. I learned in the Army
Oh yeah.
on basic training. Alex says, because I have photos of me in the hospital when I was born. I can't be a space alien if I was born on Earth.
Apparently he hasn't seen any AI videos these days.
Or Men in Black.
Yeah. Oh, Andrea was watching some videos last night, and it was funny because we were sitting there, not watching the video was secondary to going, is it AI or is it real?
Oh, Jody, that's dirty.
What do you know? Ew, icky.
Yeah.
That's icky, Jody.
Howard says, I can cut hair too. I clipped 30 heads of cattle every year 2 times for the fairs. In fact, I still cut my own hair.
Usually Andrea cuts my hair, but there have been times when I get a wild hair, and when she wakes up, I go upstairs and give her coffee and everything else. She's like, "What'd you do?" Because I have no hair. And with as thin as my hair is getting these days, I'm seriously considering doing the bald cut again.
Mm-hmm. Final question of the night. Question 5. What rock is nicknamed Fool's Gold? What rock is nicknamed Fool's Gold?
I know that just because of where having grown up in Alaska.
Jody says, I get a haircut about every 5 or 6 years. Howard says iron pyrite. Oh, Alex says pyrite. Jody says iron pyrite.
I run pyrite.
You're saying iron pyrite?
I am. Because that's what Bugs Bunny would say.
Mm-hmm. So I don't know if Alec wants to change his answer or not. Make it a more complete answer.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Well, he did spell it Pirite.
He meant to say pirate.
Oh, okay. Yar.
Yar.
Alec says iron pyrite.
What kind of a pie is that? Iron pyrite. Turn around. Turn around.
So yes, the answer is either pyrite or iron pyrite.
The pyrite is right.
So yeah, Alec, you were correct with just pyrite as an answer.
Not to be confused with pi left.
Yes. Or other kinds of pie.
Pi r squared.
Mm.
Well, you know how to.
There's no one going to confuse a piece of pumpkin pie for gold. Come on.
You know how to figure out the area of a circle, right?
You take a pie.
The joke is you're supposed to, somebody who's all good with mathematics is supposed to say pi r squared, and then you go, no, pi r round. But I would say I'll keep my day job, except for I don't have one anymore.
Isn't it nice?
It is.
Alex says, and why do I feel like if I go to Wonderfest, I'm not going to want to sleep all weekend to be sure that my hair doesn't need clippers? Where were you planning on sleeping?
Yeah.
Normally, like, were you planning on staying with Howard or something, or what?
A smart person wouldn't have a
Get
problem.
their own room.
Exactly.
Lock the door, put that little security lock deal on it, and you're set.
I mean, just because you have more hair than any 5 of the rest of us. Well, except me. Mine's getting pretty long.
Ian talked about cutting his hair. Actually, a lot of people get out of the army and grow their hair really long.
Well, what was funny was it took me, I've been out of the Air Force for 14 years now. 15, God. It took me 15 years before I grew a full beard and grew my hair as long as it is now.
It takes you 15 years to grow a beard? Ooh,
yeah.
And what Jody says is so true. Jody says, no one will do that to you, Alec. We're not children. That would also be assault.
Yes,
very
it would.
true. Yep.
So the best laid plans of mice and men, I put the missing one right here because it was going to be inside this area.
Oh, okay.
It's out where it's obvious. So
Howard said, it wouldn't be me doing it. I have enough trouble cutting mine in certain places.
I don't know. I don't want to know those places.
Alex said, well, maybe not, Jody. I think you have more than me, especially since you have a full beard and I don't even really have much facial hair. Howard said, I grew a beard in 2 weeks or less.
Oh, I can grow a beard. It's that I never grew the monster that I had earlier this year.
Yeah. Alex said, and I know, Jody, I was just making a joke about that. No. Although, seriously, if you wanted a haircut, I would give you a haircut.
Well, you know.
But unfortunately, it would be very short because that's the only way I know how to cut hair. Like, so sorry, dude. That's all I'd be able to offer you. It wouldn't be a buzz cut down to the wood, so to speak, but you know, it wouldn't be a nice long haircut.
You know, Ken, there's the thing. We wouldn't have to cut his hair at all. Just get into his room and put Nair in his shampoo.
That's true. But that's also assault.
Yeah, there is that.
Jody says, getting teased by envious baldies is the price you have to pay for having luxurious long locks of like Fabio.
Mario.
He's Fabio.
Fabio. And I used to have really good hair.
I still got good hair. Like I have all my hair. I'm not balding at all. It's red hair, but it's not really long. I don't really grow my hair very long. Howard says, so he's a female alien? And he said, and Alex says, I'm a male human, Howard. And then he agrees with Jody about his Fabio hair. Yeah, me personally, I don't really care what people have for their hair. It's just, like it'd be hard for me to imagine now seeing Jody with short hair.
Yeah. Who are you and what have you done with Jody?
That's right. Seeing Jody like clean shaven and short haircut, it'd be like, who the hell are you?
Well, it's like when he shaved his head about a month ago. He had all that beard and no hair. Oh, look, spare pieces.
There you go. And look at that. They were like a minute over, but you got all the pieces done. You got all your stages done to that point. You were like halfway through a bag.
No, I'm full all the way through.
Well, you have fun with that.
Very cool. And I'll
Jody says mine's almost done. A couple more years left, and I'll be teasing the hippies. He said I'll put some in Discord. Alex said, I honestly have really thick hair. I remember when I was a boy in Boy Scouts, my troop was doing buzz cuts for our week-long summer camp, and it was...
Look what I just stepped on.
Oh, there you go. Nice. And it was 22 people with electric cutters to fight through it.
When do the lights get installed? Not until I buy them. Or actually, I have them. Never mind. The lights actually are designed to be installed after it's done. Hello, Marty.
Howard says, talking about hair, my buddy is talking about his hair regrowing in. Is it only on nights with the full moon? Because if there is, don't hang around him on those nights.
So that's what we look like on this section.
That actually looks really good. I like that.
Yeah. And just for fun, let me see. We'll get the towel.
Doesn't look very good at all from the top in comparison.
Yeah. Well, what we do is make sure we don't grab the wrong camera here. We have so many cameras we can grab. I want to say that's the one. That's the one. Look at me go.
Alex having issues with his auto corsage with his phone.
So, and see, this is where I trip and fall, drop this, and pieces fly everywhere. And then I say, well, I'm not building this one anymore.
And so ends the Hogwarts Castle series. So what's going to go in that big empty spot?
Huh? This big empty spot here?
No, like that big, like concrete pad looking area.
Oh, here?
Yeah.
More castle.
Okay. It's the courtyard where Harry and he who shall not be named fought.
This is odd. Okay, that's better. So I'm not going to push them all the way together, but I do believe that this goes together like that. Let me see if I can rotate it. This thing is huge. Ah, the dragon fell off.
Oh, so that's Jody with short hair and just a goatee?
He just posted it in Discord.
Yep. And then getting longer. And now not just a goatee, but a mustache.
So that, where did this guy come from?
Who, Cotton Eye Joe?
Where did you come from? Where did you go? There should be, I think, a foot up here somewhere, but I don't see one, so I will just go.
And so, Jody, did you really like those police sketch scene in the news? A little clip I threw in there.
There we go.
You saw that one too, didn't you?
Which
Off
one?
topic.
Oh, the police sketches? Yes, that was hilarious.
Yeah.
Especially the first one.
Yeah. Jody said those are years apart. Yeah, you do look a little older.
Oh, look. If I turn the camera just a little bit, we go to infinity.
And beyond?
Yes. But that's what the castle looks like at this point.
That is cool.
We've got this area over here still to go. Now it will be the rest of book 4. I like it. I like it a lot. Very cool.
Jody
And
said yes, the first one was the best.
right now, it just has pins to line things up. It does not yet have anything to lock it in. I'm just looking. That's got to be, that is the only place that anything else goes, but it's going to go on here. Something like that. Somewhere, this is going to go on here. You look so different from how you look now, bud. Yep. Oh, you ought to, if I could find.
Did you check out the pictures?
I saw it before when he posted it before.
Oh, okay.
Let me just double check. Off topic. Oh, wow. I didn't see that one before.
Nope. Looks like a completely different person.
Well, that one looks like he's like 15. Oh, that's starting to look like Jody, the second one. Yeah, very cool. Now remember, he posted one right. I think he posted, I don't remember if it was a picture or a video right after he cut his hair for the first time in like 6 years or 10 years or something like that.
Oh, okay. Howard wants to know where this is going to live in your house.
This one, along with Diagon Alley, the train, all of them, Andrea said one of the shelves upstairs is all Hogwarts Lego. And I'm like, okay.
That's going to have to be put up in a corner with that angle.
Yeah. Well, the shelf that we bought for up there, and there's 3 of them up there. We probably could fit one more because they're 5 shelves and they're 2 foot by 4 foot by 6 foot tall if you put them all the way together. Otherwise, you can make 2 shelves that are 3 foot tall. And that's where it's going to live, is on one of those. We've got 3 of them up there right now. Still got to build 2 of them, but once they are up there, they hold a lot.
See, I was just waiting for you to say, no, I'm just going to, take it apart and put it back in the box.
Yeah, I am. I'm going to tell them it's missing one part. Come on. There we go.
Howard's saying, is that going to sit on a shelf?
Yeah. 2 foot by 4 foot, the shelf.
There you go.
If it comes down to it, in the middle of the room, I will have room for 2 6 foot by 30-inch tables. Tired. So appreciate everybody stopping by. Thank you for watching. We still have 8 people here. That's kind of cool. Had a bunch of people. Donnie was here. Tim. I forget who all. I know we got Jody, Alec, and Howard still in the chat. They're the only ones who've been chatting. Ken, thank you very much for producing. It helps immensely because I kind of look at the chat, and I think you realized it, that every now and then I'll look and respond, and it's funny because you'll highlight it and I'll be like, yep, that he read that one. Go. Really is helpful. Thank you everybody for stopping by. I'll be looking at shelves with your stepdad tomorrow. Very cool. If you have Sam's Club, that's where we got the shelves that I've got for my room upstairs. Those shelves are huge. Let me think what I was going to say. Like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to be notified of any time I post new content. Going to post, like I did last week, I have the outro. It's about 30 seconds long that it shows everything that goes on all week long. So I'm not reading through the whole thing anymore. I got smart. So before we get out of here, Ken, anything you want to say?
Kalamazoo.
Very cool. Take care. So everybody take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Have a great day. Have a great day tomorrow. And we'll see you tomorrow on Woody Wednesday.